Running low on the borderlines, and you tell me that you're doing fine. Morning color lights the hall, pulls you right on through the door. So hold on to all that feeds your soul.
People always ask how I ended up here, but it hasn't been an easy decision to leave everything behind, an entire country, lifestyle and life. But there are good reasons why I choose to move abroad, cross borders, and follow me on my journey from Germany to Norway, navigating the uncertainty. After 11 years, I still believe it was the right decision, especially when I see the news and hear from people back home about the current situation. I can tell living so far north in the Arctic polar circle feels like living in a bubble, almost like on the moon. The journey began in a bustling city in West Germany with around 4 million people living in an area of approximately 100 square kilometers. It's a big change to go from growing up in a hectic industrial area to an idyllic countryside on the Thailand island in the north of Scandinavia, where around 30,000 people are living.
Shines every day, so come with me, I'll take you there, I'll take you there. Talk is cheap and we're wasting time.
Every chapter has also an end, and where it starts with a new chapter. From a view from only seeing buildings to an astonishing view of untouched nature in northern Norway. People always ask me how my journey started, and it starts with selling all your things what I owned from my precious motorbike, and it was really a pain to sell it. If you would like to start a new life, you have to dare and you have to try to jump over your shadow. So I sold everything what I owned, bought a car and tried to fit everything in a single car, so it was packed until the roof. And I drove on the long journey on the German Autobahn towards the north. Many people knew maybe which route you can take, and this route is going from Germany to Denmark and Denmark to Sweden, and from where you are reaching a crossroad where you can either go to the inland road E45 or you decide to go on the E4. And back in 2013 I chose to use the E4, and it was through Stockholm and going all along the coast in Sweden until you finally reach the Arctic polar circle, which is a big relief for me. When your journey is going on the E10, you're crossing from the east to the west towards Narvik, or you can also decide to cross the road a little bit earlier, more in the middle of Sweden, and then you have to take also ferries. But let's go a little bit back in time and rewind a little bit to 2013. It has been about 3 or 4 months before I decided to move to Norway, and this is where I have been here on the island before. I worked with a guy, his name is Semyon Gerlitz, and he has the amazing Honigbrygge, which I made also an interview on my channel. I have been working for him during a period in May, before it was 2 or 3 months before I moved to Norway. And there I was looking around and applied for jobs. And the reason why I stayed in this area where I am today, it's that I got a working contract. So I could be sure if I quit everything in Germany that I have a secure income and can move to Norway with good conscience.
Country lanes and coastal plains, endless views that we're passing through, making our way to a distant place, just us two, somewhere new. We watch the sky fade into the night. With you, my arms, nothing can go wrong. We'll fall asleep on a starlit beach, just us two, somewhere new. Somewhere new. Just us two. I'll follow you to somewhere new. Somewhere new.
And the entire drive, it's about 2,700 kilometers. So it takes like, if you would like to do it safe and slow, you have to calculate 3 to 4 days. It's manageable in about 2 days, but it's quite dangerous doing that. You would fall in asleep if you drive alone. So I wouldn't recommend that. Just take it easy, use 3 to 4 days, and then you're safe to arrive in northern Norway. This hasn't been an easy decision for me at all. There are a lot of doubts, and it has been also up and downs during the journey and before I even decided to move to Norway. But you are aware about my earlier situation. I have it also in the video up here, which you can check out. And this is probably also few reasons why I decided to leave Germany. But I would have left Germany in any cases if it would be particularly Norway. I don't know. Now we are here, as you see. I'm in Norway and I don't regret any of his decision. After so many years, I could build a really good life up here, and I'm really happy about that. For me, in my case, where you grew up in a big city and you're used to a lot of things easy to accessible to get stuffs, like a Christmas market, all the choices you have in the grocery store. This is of course a little bit to adapt, especially if you live so far north. You need to be like, you have to find your own solutions. Mostly it takes a lot of time if you would like to order things, or you even don't get things delivered locally or through online stores in Norway, so you have to use eBay or Amazon. But all those things are not the main reason to stay in a county, which is like going straight down from a living quality aspect. So you have to just adapt and dare to cross borders, jump over your own discomfort, jump over your shadow, and explore some new horizons. Life is a journey, and I always knew that I would end up somewhere, but I never could imagine that it would be here in this astonishing landscape near Lofoten Island. I'm a man with a vision. If I set goals, I won't stop until I achieve those goals. I always have went against the flow. If I'm able to do it, I'm sure you're also able to reach your goals. We create our own adventures. With every step we're taking are steps into the future. Don't look back, your path lies ahead of you. Embrace yourself. I never said this will be or can be an easy task. But stay faithful and have your goal in mind. You will find yourself very soon accomplishing your dreams. Let's lay back and soak in the stunning scenery of northern Norway.